Good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome. It is Thursday night, a night of rock and roll with this crazy lockdown stuff. I'm Ron Onesti from the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. We call it Rock and Roll Heaven. And each week we get together with two of rock and roll's most amazing drummers. I'm telling you, iconic. And we're going to bring them to the microphone. And then we welcome other guys that are also part of rock and roll history, the legacy. They keep on rocking. And tonight you're getting the bonus package tonight, because not only we're going to talk to these three guys about rock and roll and some of the historic things they've been doing and what they're doing now, but also these guys take their creativity and they just catapult it to another level. And we're going to talk about their artwork. These are rock and roll artists. And we're going to bring my brothers to the microphone, to the stage. I was going to say it's the stage, the rock and roll stage here on Artists on Lockdown, Hangin' and Bangin' with my brother, Vinny Appice from Dio. There he is, Black Sabbath, and Last in Line. I love the hat.
Thank you. I bought this in England at some shitty little thrift shop, and I love this hat. So,
you know what?
I don't love this hat as much as that shirt.
Well, let me tell you something. This is a very important shirt. This is something that this is very, very special. We'll talk about it in a minute. And you know what? It's nice to hear that you love the shirt. Normally,
I do. No, I make fun of it, but it is a little too high up. But
I gotta do it because you understand. If I do it, if I order it lower,
then you got to sit higher.
That's it. And you know me, I can't sit high. I'm a little guy. What do you want from me? Hey, let's bring our big brother to the stage. And this guy, I mean, come on.
Come on now.
There he is. There he is.
He had a birthday and he's wearing white now.
I know.
Yeah. No, it's pink. It's pink.
Carmine, Appice.
Whoa, Appice, you're right.
No, now I'm messing with you. Appice. 75 years young?
No, 74.
74, good.
Next year we're having a big party down here on the front lawn. We're going to have a tent.
Well, you know what? It's really something. All these interviews we've been doing, I can't get over how many of your contemporaries are all hanging down in Florida. So we should do that in the winter, maybe next January.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do live from the what do we call it? The Casa Ponte.
Casa Ponte. Very good. Very good.
What does that mean? What does Casa Ponte mean?
Well, Ponte means bridge, actually.
Thank you. And Casa, it's a bridge house. And why is it a bridge house? Because when you come in the front gate, there's a wall, there's a door, and you walk in the door, and you have to walk over a bridge over the pool to get to the front door of the house.
You know, one of our shows, since we're going off tonight, very, very cool show. We're talking about artists, rock and roll artists, who are musicians who are artists as well. And one of our shows, we talked about taking a tour of all the gold records and some of these guys' houses, especially yours. Let's take a tour of your house, one of these shows. You too.
Yeah, let's do Vinny's house too. Vinny's got a cool house.
We want to see your house.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Okay.
Definitely.
But it'll take longer to see my house.
You know, Vinny, if you didn't catch that was a shot. I just want you to know.
He knows.
I don't know if you caught that or not. That was.
By the way, I got to thank Vinny for all the nice things he said about me on Facebook.
Yeah, see that?
On my birthday. See, he's a good brother. He's a good little brother.
He's like a brother to me.
I like the way you say it, though, Carmine. He's a good little brother.
Yeah, a good little brother.
You know, you guys are like that New York, still that Brooklyn Italian. You still got it. After 74 years, you haven't lost that.
Hey, Vinny, do you remember down the street on 41st, there was a guy named Bobby Sinkowitz?
I don't remember that guy. That was your friend.
Yeah, he called me yesterday.
What's he doing?
He's out in Long Island. His brother Stanley was a member of the mafia. He murdered somebody, got sent up to San Quentin.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's pretty popular. He's from the Sinkowitz crime family. That's very popular out there.
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
Yeah. In Brooklyn. Well, hey, man, we got a big show. We do. We got a big show tonight.
Maybe he's out now. They keep letting all the prisoners out.
Yeah, maybe so. You might be right.
Not the Italian.
Okay, let's bring on our friends here. This is a good show.
It's a great show. You know, we're talking about Italians. The first one I'm going to bring is a guy that, okay, so I'm not going to say his name the way he normally does it because he's a cousin of ours. Let's bring, now this guy, you know this guy from Leonard Skinner. You know this guy from, he was a founding member, the founding drummer of Damn Yankees. Got so many stories, but he's an incredible artist. His name is Michele Cartellone.
Holy moly!
Hey, Cartellone, it sounds like the mafia.
Salve!
Hey.
Salve, fratello mio. Look at that.
How you doing, Mikey?
Good. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Oh,
Yeah, great, man. No problem.
Love your Mount Etna or your Etna jacket.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
my Sicilian heritage. Wearing
Gotta
it
love
proud.
this guy.
I remember when I used to see Mike at Lava League, that club on
Studio City.
Ventura.
Oh, in
Right?
California.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we used to go see Malcolm Mendoza all the time, and
Yeah. I lived in LA during Damn Yankees.
yeah.
But Damn Yankees actually began here in New York City.
Ah,
That's where the four of us first got together, was here.
Oh.
And
well,
then I
we
worked
had
my way
Ted.
back.
we had Ted on here a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a couple of
That
times.
was fun. That was fun.
And we
So
lived.
You had him on once, and then you invited him back?
Yeah, and we didn't have to talk much.
I wouldn't imagine you would.
And we lived to talk about it, which is
Yeah, and we lived to talk about it.
Hey, he's
Yeah,
in New York City? You're in New York City?
Yeah. I've been here most of my life.
What's that like now with all this crap going
No,
on?
he's not in the
It's
city.
snowy.
He's upstate. He's upstate.
Oh, you're upstate.
No, I'm in the Bronx. I'm not upstate.
Oh, okay.
You're in the
Oh, you're in the
Bronx.
Bronx? You're in the Bronx? Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I call my radio stations on Thursday. I called everybody today. A lot of them are in the Northeast. They're all going, oh, man, I just came in from shoveling snow. I said, wow, I just came in from bringing my garbage in. I had my sweatpants on and a T-shirt. I'm in Florida.
Yeah, we got hammered.
I was busting balls.
We got hammered. Carmine, of course, we used to live in the same Upper West Side neighborhood a few years back.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's right. Yeah.
We
So
did.
we moved to the Bronx. Where in the Bronx are you? How far north?
Oh, if I say that, there are going to be people standing outside.
Now,
Well,
how
how
far
about-
north? I know, how far north, though?
I'm in Riverdale, just right across the line.
Oh, right across the bay, yeah.
Yeah,
Can I meet you
That's the nice area of the Bronx.
at the upper level?
so
Hey,
they say.
how about if I meet you for a hero at Mike's Deli tomorrow?
Sounds good.
I love,
Yeah, but guess what? You got to eat it outside.
Yeah,
I
on
know.
the sidewalk
In the snow.
cafe.
Let me tell you something. I go around the country like you guys travel, and one of my hobbies is hitting all the little Italies. I love it. And I got to tell you, one of my top three is the one, you can say all you want about Mulberry Street. The real Little Italy is Bronx, right there. By
Arthur Avenue.
Arthur Avenue,
Yeah,
187.
no, that's the real. That's
That's
the
it.
real deal. The one downtown
Wow.
is tourism.
Wow, I've never been there.
I know.
Oh man,
yeah.
no, the one up here on Arthur Avenue is the real deal.
Yep, you go see David over at Mike's Deli. You go see.
It's great.
You got Gino's Bakery there. It's just an incredible place. I love it. So,
God, you really been there. Holy.
well, you don't understand. I put on. I'm one of the guys who puts on the Hoboken Italian Festival in Hoboken, New Jersey every year. So you know I'm in Chicago. Yep. And so on that weekend, I do. And every weekend on that Sunday, there's a thing called Ferragosto, which is an Italian celebration in the summer. And it's right there in the Bronx on that Sunday, and they got pigs on the spit, and they're making the.
How come I never got invited?
I didn't know you're out there. Really, I didn't, because I would have. I don't know.
I'm Upper West, where Mikey used to live.
But I'm telling you, it's if you want the real deal, legit thing, making oil on the street, all that stuff, the cheeses, you got to go to Bronx, Little Italy. I'm telling you.
I gotta check it out. I've never been
Absolutely. Hey, our next guest, I don't think he's Italian, but he's still one of our brothers. An amazing artist. I know you guys know Ed Heck. Let's bring him out because his stuff, this is one of his we're going to talk about this, Carm, all this stuff. Welcome to the show, Ed. How you doing, buddy?
Great.
Hey.
I am
Hey,
part
Ed.
Italian.
All right.
All right. What part?
My mother's part.
Oh, good.
Well, that's why we let you in. I just want you to know.
Well, I don't know. The next guy's not Italian either, but.
Well, you
he's
don't
cool.
know. Maybe, you know what? I think,
Yeah, maybe he is. Yeah.
you know what? Let's see
We
if
didn't know Ed was.
Well, let's just bring him on because I'm excited to bring him. This guy, Rob, has been, legendary. Who's
Who's got the siren?
They're looking for you,
The guy in
Ron.
the Bronx. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Outside.
I'm sorry. That was the Bronx playing their national anthem. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
my God.
They're looking for
Let's bring
Ron.
Robb Reiner up, man. From Anvil. I'll tell you what, one of my
Hey,
favorite
wow.
bands.
Nice to meet everybody. I met
How you
some
doing,
earlier.
Hi, Rob. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Nice and stoned.
All right. Why should today be any different than any other day, right?
I'm painting a wonderful project. And
Yeah.
actually, I got to get to band rehearsal, so I got to leave at 8 o'clock.
Well, we'll
That's
get it
fine.
going.
But I'm here.
We'll get you out. We'll get you out.
Thanks for having me in. Thanks for bringing me in.
Well,
All you guys live in the same town?
Yeah, we live in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah,
Well, that's a rarity, huh, these days?
What, living in Canada?
No, living in the same town.
I'm not first Canadian, guys. I don't know. Lips to me, we're brothers, so we kind of always.
Yeah.
I mean, Vinny are brothers, and he was in California.
I know.
You move.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird. It's a weird illnesses. We traveled the whole world, and we decided a long time ago. Canada is like the best place to be. And that's just being straight up. I don't know. Sweden.
Well, maybe these days.
Well, what's going on in our country?
It's not being biased against anything. We've been everywhere. You go. Maybe Australia feels like kind of Canada, America mix. I don't know.
Well,
we just stayed here. We got a good social system. I don't know. I mean, it is falling to shit too, but it's still
companies out there.
Still a good place.
Let me ask you guys a question. Obviously, there's the music community. We're all, we all trip over each other with all the different places and the tours and that kind of thing. But the art, the rock art, is that a community of artists? Do you guys see each other at different showcases or galleries? I mean, is that an actual community?
I'd like to see it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a bunch of us.
That would be a great thing.
Yeah.
I would love it. Absolutely. We can put that together.
There's a lot of
Ed and I have known each other for quite a few years.
Yeah.
And I knew when Ed and Carmine started their art project. Tell us about that.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, I was given orders by Leslie to let you guys know how I met Ed. And it was actually we went to an art show that Ed was doing a show at. Right, Ed? Am I correct?
New York.
Yeah, and then down the hallway from Ed was Paul Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
So Ed said something like to me, "Do you know how to? Can you paint anything? Can you do any artwork?" I said, "I could draw drums."
So could Vinny. We showed that earlier.
Yeah, show us your painting, Vinny.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
That's one of my best ones. Too.
Better watch
that's
out.
one of his best ones. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna switch from Appice to Appice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Huh?
I don't have to change the spelling of the logo.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I said to Ed, I can draw drums, and then you tell him the rest, Ed.
Yeah. When I asked you, I said, well, you said I design drum sets and I do sketches of it. And I said, well, do you work with a computer? He's like, only for emails. I was like, well, you can scan in your sketches and play with them, and play with color and stuff without ruining your sketches. And he said, well, hey, you want to collaborate? And I was like, sure, but I didn't think anything would come from it. And then like about a week and a half later, I think Carmine calls me up on the phone and says, what are you doing Friday? I'm coming to your studio.
That sounds like Carmine.
And he came to my studio, and I went downstairs to let him in, and he's getting out of his car with his stuff, and he hands me a phone, and he says, here, you're on the air in Minneapolis. And he gives me, and the guy's like, hey, I hear you're doing art with Carmine. Yes, I am.
That sounds like Carmine.
Usually you would hear from him the next day in the morning.
Really? Well, I didn't know, people say stuff sometimes, and I didn't think it would really a guy who I've been a fan of. Well, actually, my teenage self would be geeking out right now because I've had every one of these guys when I was in high school on my wall, pictures of them. Leonard Skinner, Ozzy Osbourne, Dio, Anvil. Yep. So, it's amazing.
Hey, it's funny.
Meet all these guys.
Big deal, man.
The wall, I found out a story from a guy that came back from Iraq when they took down Saddam Hussein's palace. And he said, you're on the wall on Saddam Hussein's palace with a picture of Black Sabbath. When they took it over, they took over the palace. They put all rock stuff all over the troops,
That's cool.
Because man, you're in Saddam's palace. I'm like, get out.
So I would first of all say Saddam, because you don't want to be in Sodom on anything with the word.
Sodom.
That's what you don't want to do. Sodom's Palace could be a whole thing.
You got a dirty mind. Mr.
Listen,
Onesta.
last time I visited Sodom's Palace, it was in New York City. I don't want to talk about that. Hey, you know what? Let's go to some. I want to go to Robb's some of your artwork, Robb. If Ben, if you can pull it up, because I really find it interesting, your style. And we were talking a little bit about this because you got this book, and we want to talk. Well, you know what? For a second, let's talk about the book since you got the book up there. What made you finally want to do that? I know with your artwork, you're a little bit, secretive about it or personal with it. What made you come up with a book?
It's a long-term project that I finally executed. Simply, I'm getting older, and the paintings document my my life.
Oh, really?
That's
it's somewhat biographical.
Yeah, exactly. The pictures tell my story, and it's just something that organically happened. I never thought. I dawned upon it in the recent years. You know what I'm saying? We started analyzing all these pictures, and we started going, you know what? These are all the places, I've been and I've done things. I've smoked dope in every one of those pictures.
Okay.
Right? Every single one. And there's nobody in the picture except me, but you don't see me. But I'm there.
Deep, brother, deep.
All right.
So
I figured,
Nice
people want. Okay, I don't sell my paintings, as I told you that. People always ask, hey man, I want to buy a painting. I get emails all the time. I don't sell them, and that's just what happens.
But you do have prints available, don't you?
Why not?
Do you have prints? Do you have prints available?
Yeah,
I own one.
Yeah, I have prints. Other
Stonehenge.
That's an actual official lockdown painting.
Is that his?
Yeah, that's one of Robb's.
Where's our Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have it. It's in the next room.
We have Stonehenge too. Yeah.
But I was referring to your style, and you if you look at, let's go to another one, Ben, if you don't mind. Even this one, you look at really what really impresses me, how you treat light and sunlight, especially in many of your your paintings. I mean, look at that. The light is such a big part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And is it on purpose? Is that what a part of your focus?
That's how I see things. I mean, I don't know what more to say. I love seeing sunlight on things.
Yeah, I mean, you're shadowing. I mentioned before.
Yeah, the shadows are good. The shadows are good.
Let's go to another one, Ben. You can see again. The shadowing is so much. So I think Michael. I think you said it. I believe you said it, or Ed. I'm sorry about how you always know what time of day it is.
Yeah, I said Robb's work reminded me of the painter Edward Hopper. And
yeah, right.
In that you can always tell the time of day by the lighting. He nails the lighting, which is a very hard thing to do. Yep. I mean, you can tell what time of day it was just by the lighting on the side of a wall or something, and a shadow, how it falls.
Those things are in Germany, that place. I was smoking. We were smoking in this fucking church, and I was looking at that. Whatever you see there is what I was looking at, and I'm going, that will look so fucking good in a painting. So I take a picture of it and made a drawing later and painted it.
Wow.
I want to take a step into the anvil world for a second. Look at that.
That's a lockdown painting. That's recent. I just did that a little while ago.
Now, why did that come during the lockdown? And I know you're going to blame it on smoking, of course. But why did that image come to you? I mean, if you're locked down, you're not seeing trains.
Because back when that happened, that was in America. I think we were in fucking Arizona. I don't remember where we were. And we were looking for something to eat. So we were just walking through a field, and I saw that. Again, I saw that. And I said, that would look fucking cool in a painting. That's all that happens. We're just sitting there like smoking away, and I look at things. I see everything like a picture, like a painting. Even when we play gigs, and I'm looking out at the crowd, and I look at everything like an illustration. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm. That's where you found something to eat.
Yep. This is.
What's that?
That's the diner he found something to eat in.
After he had the munchies.
You guys might have been there. That's in St. Paul, Minneapolis, right downtown. You guys, it's a famous diner. Like, there's all these modern buildings, and then you see that thing. You know?
Very cool. I love
Nice.
it. I really, really love it. Hey, when you obviously, and when the documentary came out, the story of Anvil was a really, really big thing. It really reinvigorated the career of Anvil, the energy behind Anvil, and you've been rocking and rolling ever since. Of course, you never really stopped. But I'm really interested to hear about the premiere, because I know it was a rock and roll premiere that you guys actually played at. I guess Slash was there, and you played a Nugent song. Is that what happened?
That was at Sundance. At the
Sundance Film Festival.
That's where that happened. That was before the movie. That's where the movie got bought and sold, and that's where all that business shit happened, right? I was
Right.
I didn't, me, I was like, I went into the whole thing as a rocker. Like, the whole thing was, about, okay, you're making a story about our band, cool. But it was about what, I didn't think anybody would give a fuck about any of it, right? The next thing we see, these 800-seat theaters, at the end of the movie, they're getting standing ovations from endlessly. And I started, after 3-4 days of this, I started going, man, something's fucking going on, man. Like, there's something more to this than just fucking, like, we're a band, right? And sure enough, there was way more to it. I didn't realize what the hell those guys made.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, it really
Hey,
is.
man. Started your career. Started the career.
Yeah, I have a day job. Lips and myself, we have a full-time day job in Anvil. That's kind of like how I look at it, right?
Well,
And,
right.
And it's awesome. We make a great living playing 150 shows a year, making records every 18 months. And we have like a little cottage industry which is Anvil. It's fun.
And it's really cool that you're still, I mean, like you said, that's one of the most intriguing things about the whole Anvil thing is the fact that you keep making new music. I mean, it's really incredible.
Yeah, we got a new, I can't say the new title, I'd love to, but I can't. But that's what we did in the last 8 months. We were supposed to be touring like everybody else, right?
Right.
So we wrote our next album, so now we're just waiting to we'll do it in August. That's it.
Well, I'm a metal fanatic. Absolutely freaking love it. So thank you for that anthem, really.
Yeah, well,
Now,
that's like we were kids. Like, I love Cactus. I love Cactus, right?
Yay.
Yeah, I'm a real diehard Cactus fan, right?
Yeah.
And we were kids when we made that stuff, like metal on metal. I was like 23 years old, I think. I know Vinny, when he was in Derringer, he was a young guy then too, right?
Oh boy. 19.
Yeah.
18,
Yeah,
18.
and you play great drums on those records. In my opinion.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You've made it you've made it when your anthems is on The Simpsons. So congratulations on that.
That's the thing. Well, that movie went like it changed. I don't know, whatever. It was just like it's like a twilight zone in my life. We're still the same guys. We never moved anywhere. Like we were thinking about moving to LA for a year, and then we said, you know what? We woke up and said, oh, we're fucking retarded. We moved here. We're fucking nuts, right? And so we're just the same guys. I'm still married to the same woman.
That's awesome. Well, the story is the documentary is still really, really big. It's on Netflix. It's really popular. It's still relevant. It still makes sense, and it's still awesome.
Yeah, you know what? Because it's a slice of life movie, really, when you really look at it.
It really is.
It could have been about two plumbers, or what I mean, like it's about a band. But it really, looking back on it now, that's how I view it. It's actually like a slice of life thing.
The two plumbers is about this year, 2020.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's playing.
Yeah, right. Well, not like we'd like to, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, Michael. You know what? Again, between Damn Yankees, Lynyrd Skynyrd, just incredible body of work that you've had, and congratulations on that. Absolutely love. But I've been really learning a lot about your artwork. I didn't realize, again, this whole rock and roll community. If you're not Tony Bennett, nobody knows about you freaking rock and rollers who are doing this stuff. And Ben,
Tico Torres is a painter.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you guys know that. Tico from the Bon Jovi.
Yeah, from Bon Jovi, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a painter.
Yeah, and so is Brian from Tesla. He's going to be on our show on the 7th.
Yeah,
And he told me he does painting as well.
yeah, Paul Stanley. I guess you guys know he's.
Yeah, Paul, we know. Yeah,
That's a big one. Yeah. So there's some of these guys are really. I've seen several of them actually in Las Vegas. That they have. I think Joe Perry's done some stuff. Really big shows out there.
But nobody's done stuff like Vinny's stuff.
No, Vinny's amazing. I really think. No, you know what?
You just draw that like now.
Isn't it amazing? He just threw it out. And you talk about being stoned. That's
Right before the show, I didn't even smoke anything.
That's beautiful. It's bold. It's honest. I like it.
I'm trying to get to a T-shirt design, so we'll work on that deal. Anyway, let me get back to Michael Michele for a second here, because Ben, can you bring up a couple of Michael's work? Because I love that drum, for example, how you captured like just the impressions of those faces. This one here, look at that. I mean, that is what was that form?
Well, what this is, I'm celebrating my 30th anniversary as an endorser at Pearl Drums, and to commemorate that, I painted a snare drum shell with my favorite drummers. So you can see Bruford and Ringo there. Yeah. And I think I sent another shot. There we go. So there's Neil Peart, Terry Bozzio. So this drum has just been all put together. It's at Pearl right now. And there's discussions maybe to do a very limited run of reproductions of this drum for charity.
Absolutely.
But that was that's a lockdown drum. So I painted that, this year, sitting here in the apartment.
Oh.
Yeah, it's lockdown. Artists on lockdown. We got Lockdown Art, the next book coming out. I mean, it's just amazing.
That's nice.
So, a little bit what I do, Michael, I have speakeasies, like 1920 speakeasies, and I have the venues and stuff. And one of them, the one in St. Charles, we have the Arcada Theater, the one room there. I have one of the rooms I'm most proud of, the Charlie Chaplin room. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that you have really into this guy, right?
Oh yeah, that's a lifelong admiration of Chaplin. I'm friends with the Chaplin family. I've done a few Chaplin paintings. Had I known that, I would have sent one of those in. But Chaplin has a very special place in my heart. No question about it.
No, I got it.
There's another lockdown painting. I don't know if you have access to it. It's a Sicilian landscape that I just finished a few weeks ago.
Oh, let me see that. Oh man,
there it is. Yeah.
That sure is.
That's a town called Agrigento.
Agrigento, my God.
Agrigento.
Agrigento. Now, did you
I'm
do that
hungry.
Did you go to that diner that Rob painted? Hey, do you your inspiration? I mean, were you there? I mean, how do you get your inspiration for some of this stuff?
Yeah. You're looking at my vantage point. I took a photo standing in that spot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, just beautiful. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
I sent one other painting, and it's what I call pixelism. Well, no, that's not it.
That was amazing. How'd you do that? That's awesome.
So this is my pixelism, which is I do like a pixelated artwork, and that's a very close-up section of Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. It's creation of Adam and God's hands touching. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's also a lockdown painting. I'll tell you what, like everyone on this call who tours for a living, I have not been home this much in 25 years.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So consequently, I've
me
never been
too.
able to turn out as much painting.
Yeah.
And I'm just stockpiling it for when I start doing shows next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can relate to what you just said.
Are you very involved in these gallery shows?
I'm sorry, was that a question for me?
Yeah. Are you still doing?
Yeah.
Are you doing galleries?
Oh yeah. So for the past 10 years, I've worked with a company called Wentworth Gallery, and they represent my art, and they've got about 10 galleries across the country. And in fact, Paul Stanley is one of their painters. And Paul was the one that introduced me to Wentworth. They have a fair amount of musician painters in the Wentworth fold. They've got Mickey Hart. They've got Rick Allen from Def Leppard. So obviously, just like, music, we can't do live art shows because you can't have a crowd. So I've just been home, just stockpiling the work, painting in this corner right here.
And do you sell your paintings, or are you just sell prints?
Oh, no. I sell the paintings. Absolutely. It's a second career for me. This has been something that has been a lifelong scenario. I was painting when I was 4. I started drumming when I was 9, and I've just done both simultaneously my whole life.
Ed, you brought up a really good perspective about the relationship between artists and like painting artists and musicians.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you bring that back?
Yeah, actually, growing up, when I was going to high school, I was always into music. I was always into art. I was deciding whether I was going to be a starving musician or a starving artist. I went into the art end, but I found myself coming around and working with a lot of musicians and stuff because I always loved music. But as I was saying before, I find that most musicians are artists and vice versa. Most artists that I've run into are also musicians because it's a similar sensibility. I mean, it's all composition and it's just another way of, creating.
Yeah.
Ed was a master at colors. I mean, you look at the colors behind you. Those are actually Young Turks and Do You Think I'm Sexy lyrics for that, done up in the style that we have our art as a piece of artwork. But the colors are things and the writing, like it looks like. I always said that Ed's artwork is like a kid's art.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like Vinny's.
Yeah, I didn't color it yet.
He's got his crayons, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's what made it easy for me to work with Ed, because I'm not an accomplished artist like Rob or Michael, but like I said,
where my artwork was born. As I said before too, I worked for the American Museum of Natural History for 17 years, doing very realistic dinosaurs and fossil drawings. But I always loved the way very young children drew. Things are a little bit off skew, and they draw with innocence. So originally I was going to do like a childlike drawing. I wanted to do a painting of the boogeyman and do it as a perspective from a child's point of view and say, this is, not just a child's drawing. That's what they actually look like. And I kind of just loved that. And I was trying to teach myself after going to college, learning how to draw well, to draw incorrectly and draw like a 4-year-old.
I'll show you.
And draw with innocence, not worrying about what the end result's going to be. And that's why I was able to work with Carmine very well.
Give me your address. I'll send you this.
Exactly.
I'm seriously, Vinny, we're going to do something with that picture.
I want that picture.
Hey, Vin, don't laugh. He can do something with that picture.
Oh, I know he could. He could do. I'm sure he could. Ron, be careful what you wish for, Ron.
He doesn't need to do anything with it, though. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
But I was going to say the first thing we did when Ed said, "Well, what do you know how to do?" I said, "I know how to draw a drum." So we did this first thing called Drumhead, and it was just a floor tom with my image, like with this. I had round sunglasses and my mustache. And
let me see it. We've got that.
I think you got that, yeah. And
that was the first one we did when you came to my studio.
Yeah. And then we
sat down at my computer. He did the sketch.
Look at that.
Same pen that I used, the same pad, and I scanned it in. And we, took some of his music, put it behind there.
That's great.
Yeah, and we actually, I was real pleased that I saw that in a window of an art shop in Manhattan, a lithograph of it.
Really?
And we sold a couple of 2 or 3 of them, and I said, "Wow, that's pretty cool." But we never really pushed the art. But we're going to do some this weekend we're going to do an art, what do you call it? Virtual art show. A virtual art show that's going to go around and link to an art gallery in Florida. What's the name of that art gallery?
Oh,
Ed, do you know? I don't remember it either.
It's two names. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Drum City.
I
think it's great. Even this thing. This is Drum City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Drum City. That's like the second thing we did. I said, well, that'd be cool. Well, then Ed gave me a book. He said, draw the book, draw your paintings and make them really small, where I draw your artwork, and then I'll project them, and then I'll paint them, and then we'll make lithographs. So I drew that Drum City. It's a city made of drums, you know.
I love it.
And then
I think it's a really great
we
concept.
gave it to Ed. We gave it to Ed, and he put all the colors in it, and the colors. And then later we said, "Oh, we need some cars." So I drew some cars, and then we superimposed the cars in there.
Yeah, and that was kind of the catalyst for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
That we decided then to make
How many pieces do you
places
guys
around the world.
How many pieces do you guys share? You know that you've done together.
Look at that, guys. That's the like Drum City with a river, but the hi-hat stand is the bridge.
I love it. I really love it.
What's in the water?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a boat. That's a
It's a
boat.
boat. It's a
Yeah,
freaking
sometimes I
boat.
have to call up Carmine and ask him, "What is this? What is this supposed to be?"
Oh yeah.
That had colors.
Yeah, look at that. Huh?
That's the
Come
Leaning
on.
Tower of Pisa.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa. The drum version.
Leaning Tower of Appice.
I
Appice.
love a pizza. I love it. No, it's really incredible. Carmine, I've known you so. Look at this guy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's coming
No,
to my studio.
It
in
looks
Brooklyn.
like I painted that, but Ed really
Yeah, it
did.
does.
No, that's amazing. I just think it's a great concept. As long as I've known you, I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know that you were doing this, Carm. How long you guys been together doing this project?
Well, 5 years.
Wow.
6 years.
More than that.
Yeah,
Well,
we never
we
really
kinda
pushed
stopped
it.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, we never really pushed it, you know.
Well, the next Spud show you do by us, we got to bring some prints of this stuff. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we'll have Ed send it
Wow.
to you.
Well, I know. Hey, by the look at that.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. That's fine.
The
That's
book.
the
That
book.
was for his book tour. I did a promotional.
Yeah.
poster for it.
Confessional.
I love it.
It's the
Yeah.
confessional.
Hey, yeah, the confessional. My God. Hey, Ed, I can't help but notice that crash behind you. What's the story behind that?
Oh, well, now you just brought up the same picture. That's first time I got to meet Anvil and go backstage. And I do this project called
Oh, yeah.
Random Acts of Art, where wherever I travel around the world, I give away a piece of art to people. And I got to go backstage through a mutual friend of ours, Delilah, who's a rock photographer, and get to meet Rob and the guys. And then I got over my shoulder, you see there's a crash symbol, which is Rob's that he signed, and it's a little bit destroyed and cracked by Rob. Which is great.
So is that?
Good boy, Rob.
He plays a little hard.
Good boy, Rob.
No, it's just Carmine. It's pasty gear. It doesn't last long. It sounds great. It just doesn't last long.
Yeah, they don't last long.
Oh, so that's the reason. You're not like Vinny, a banger, a slapper like Vinny.
Hey, watch it, Ron.
Take it easy. You're an artist now, Vinny. Come
I
on.
know. Have some respect.
Hey, Vinny, we gotta have Ed finish that piece of artwork and then send it to Ron, so Ron can make a T-shirt out of it.
No, I'm
Okay.
telling you, you know what? Vinny is like a guy. I don't know if you artists know the name of Giotto. Giotto was an Italian artist that drew the perfect circle. Just bam, the official perfect circle. And Vinny, that's about as close to perfection as I've seen. We just whip it up. You're the Giotto.
I know. Those are all in the emails I've been getting about that, too. People freaking out.
I tell you, man, it's something. You got a new thing happen, new career.
That's a good picture.
Yeah. That's what
Oh,
I
look
meant.
at that.
I went to Mike's art show in New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah, I got to meet Michael the first time at a function for Fine Art Magazine, and then
That's right.
Michael came in the door actually, and I didn't recognize Michael at first. I just said he looks like somebody, but when you see somebody at a place, you don't connect it. And then Mike came over to me and was nice enough to say that he was a fan of my work and everything. And then we started looking at the issue of the next magazine that was coming out that we both happened to be in. And Michael's showing me his article, and he's going through it, see his paintings, and then I see a picture of him behind a drum set. I'm like, "Oh, you play drums?" He's like, "Yeah, I play for Leonard Skinner." I'm like,
Excuse me, up and down.
Ed, man, we still got to do a show together.
yeah. Well, it's definitely going to happen.
Or Michael, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I'm ready.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You guys can sell your stuff. I just want to show my stuff, man.
Well, would you?
Well, we'll sell your stuff too.
There you go.
I swear, like a whole tour. Imagine doing an art tour and you go on a road for like a month. Every 2 days you fucking put on It'd be great.
Yeah.
So, all kidding aside,
And,
Rob, would you, if Anvil was doing a show by like a place like mine, would you bring some artwork to show as well, coincide with the show, or you'd like to keep it separate?
No, we would not normally. They sell prints and all the shit at the merch tape, but we don't, not the originals.
Yeah, but would you do a show with the originals?
Yeah. Somebody would arrange it. Fucking right, man.
Ron, arrange it.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I'm
YYZ, man. It's 12 minutes from my house, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm on a phone.
That's
Oh,
funny.
that was the first art show that Carmine and I did together for Drum City at my gallery in Manhattan. And I made up some sticks with mustaches on it so all the people could pose for pictures and be Carmine. And that's me and my two sons, Eric and Jacob.
It's funny.
Wow.
Vinny does that too. Vinny does that all the time.
Hey, you should have used drumsticks.
Yeah, see, the creativity's just
Doesn't stop.
oozing out of your.
Ron. Yeah.
It doesn't
I think
stop.
I wet my pants here.
Actually, I have a drumstick here with a paintbrush on the end, which would be applicable for most of the guys here
Oh, that's
today.
cool. That's cool. I like that.
That's funny.
I'm going to learn to go out on tour since these guys are home painting.
All right.
They're going to put me out of business. So I'm going to have to go and take a band on the road now.
So tell me, you artists here. I mean, obviously, like
myself, man.
so, like
I'm
Rob
not
was.
putting you out of business. I paint for myself, right? You know what I mean?
That's it. And you know what? That's actually going to be the question, Rob. I mean, obviously, Mike, you're in the business, but with regards to inspiration, I mean, besides just something that may hit you at any one particular time, but is there an actual source of inspiration you guys go for? Like Rob, when you're on the road, are you looking for something to hit you?
No. I just walk into everything. You just walk into it innocently. There's one album cover, well, actually two, but one more recently that I painted. Anvil. We have an album called Anvil is Anvil, and I painted that album cover.
Oh, really?
That's one of my paintings. It's a simple composition. It's just an anvil reflecting itself in a mirror. Anvil is Anvil. It's genius.
Genius. I mean, it's, again, deep. There's a lot to be said about smoking pot. I mean, it really is.
It's the key that opens the door to the mind. It's pretty true.
It seems that way. How about you, Michael? Where are you getting your inspiration from? You got, on one side you're doing drums, the other side you're doing your Sicilian landscape. I mean, does it come to you in any particular way?
Much like what Rob has experienced, my eyes are always open, and now with having these great phones with cameras on them, my phone is filled with pictures of something that'd be a great painting. That'd be a great painting. Yeah. And I just, at any given time, I have a list of about 30 paintings that I intend to do, and I kind of move them around, and I take a look at the list and decide what I'm most inspired, and then I jump on that one next. So I'm about to start a beetle painting. This week. So
really.
And the last thing I did was a Sicilian landscape. So it's kind of like anything goes.
Yeah. Well, I noticed, I mean, between all you guys, I mean, excuse my ignorance with it. Look at it. Anvil. I love it. Anvil is Anvil. Look at that with the mirror. Love it, man.
Right, there it is. I love it. I painted it.
And it's somewhat of a theatrical mirror also. It's not even just a mirror. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's got
I actually sourced the place here in Toronto that rents out.
Right now.
That rents out mirrors, and furniture for like movie sets.
See, there you go.
I sorted through fucking dozens and dozens of different mirrors, and I took pictures of them, different ones, and I set a composition. That picture, I kind of set it up there with a few different mirrors. Brought it home, made some sketches, and then decided that one would suit the simplicity of the whole thing, right?
Well, that says a lot about it. Seriously, it says a lot about your attention to detail with that. It's got to hit you. The mirror, you're looking for something. Yes.
Ron noticed the mirror. Ron noticed it.
Well, I'm just saying.
It wasn't just a mirror, right?
It is. It's something. You can see that it was thought out. It was well thought out. It wasn't just a handheld mirror or bathroom mirror or whatever.
No, and it came at the rehearsal studio like half, you're just sitting around, buzzed out, and you're just talking shit. And next thing you know, you say something, and that saying came out. Oh yeah, man, the fuck is like, we get criticized. All you guys, all your records always sound the same. You never change. Blah blah. We hear the same shit like AC/DC hears, I guess, or Sabbath or whatever. I don't know, or Motorhead. We're Anvil. We Anvil's Anvil. We fucking sound like us, and we ain't gonna fucking change the sound.
But it's amazing how
and it just came out, Anvils, and we said, hey man, that would be a great idea. Let's fucking let's do it. And next thing you know, it's finished.
But it's something how Metallica, you say that, but Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, I mean, they really credit you guys with much of their inspiration.
Yeah, in the early days, we're one of the early guys in America doing it, that new generation metal thing. So everybody,
Hey, but they listen to Cactus.
Speed metal.
They listen to Cactus.
Yeah, right? Absolutely, man.
It was very influential stuff. So that's all cool. But at the point, we were just stoned kids having a great time, just doing our thing. And we didn't know fucking nothing, right? Like everybody, you're just having fun. Now we're still having fun, but we know a lot of things,
So tell me about your guys. You guys, tell me about your classic artistic heroes. Not necessarily more contemporary, but more classic. I mean, I'm talking about from Da Vinci on.
Oh, like musically? Yeah.
No, artistically. I mean, I'm sorry, from painting.
My favorite artist, believe it or not, is Edward Hopper, John Salone. I like Van Gogh. I like looking at his work. I like a lot of some of the Dutch painters. That's about it, really. Not too many.
Yep. How about you, Ed?
I love Hopper.
I'm pretty eclectic with I like the mass. I'm a big fan of Edward Hopper. That's why I was attracted to Robb's work and everything. Van Gogh. I mean, it kind of depends on my mood, but I get inspired by a lot of different artists. But my new favorite artist now is Vinny.
I know.
All right, well,
I know.
There you go, man.
That's what I was going to say.
I love that. Look at the only thing it's missing, Vin, I don't know if you would actually sign it with your actual autograph you normally, or you're going to have like a moniker. You're going to have some kind of a,
I'm working on that
thing. Yeah, you need
I'm working on that. So
okay. Hey, Michael, how about your classic?
Sure. Caravaggio. Michelangelo. Van Gogh. Magritte.
Wow.
MC Escher. Roy Lichtenstein.
Wow. Now, those are varying level.
It covers a lot of ground.
It really does. I mean, my goodness, you really have but I could see, at least on the Sicilian Seascape, how you could combine two or three of the styles or the inspirations, I guess I could say.
Yeah, I didn't send in a photo of this, but actually Ed saw these paintings at that show in New York. I took Michelangelo's David and I put him through 100 years of art history. So you have David in a Van Gogh look, David in a Picasso look, David in a Lichtenstein look, David in a Warhol look. And, they're 4 foot by 4 foot paintings, and that was a fun project.
Wow, it's really deep. I mean, it seems like you're pumping them out. Are you look at this stuff.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, keep scrolling down. There they are. There's the 4.
Yeah, there's Warhol.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Look at that.
So those paintings took about almost 3 years to do because they're so damn big. I mean, the Van Gogh inspired one alone took 7 months to do.
Wow.
Because with each one, I had to kind of go through the learning curve of trying to get into their head and try and capture the spirit of the look. Those were a lot of fun to do.
A little Picasso-esque as well on that.
No, absolutely. That's that's a Picasso painting modeled after a Picasso painting of Dora Maar, which was his girlfriend.
Sure.
And I literally just took the Picasso painting, took the female out of it and plopped David into it and then painted it as if, how would Picasso have painted David's face? And then I just did that same approach across the board.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah.
Just love it. I mean,
Thank you.
It's a great perspective.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Are you so? Can I ask about this beetle painting? Like,
Yeah,
where
it's
you're going with
gonna it's gonna be a Fab Four era, colorless suit.
Mhm.
The canvas is right off camera because I just sanded it. I stretch my own canvases and do all the primer and sanding. So it's about 50 inches wide, 26 inches tall, and it's going to be a very vivid pop art, colorful approach.
Have you had any involvement at MoMA of any degree?
Well, I mean, I'm a member.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I don't have anything on the wall there, though.
I can see it. I mean, really, it just it makes.
Can
a
you
lot
make?
of sense.
I'd be really happy if you'd make a phone call for me.
You know what? All kidding aside, I think I can make a phone call. So
Okay,
anyway, we'll
thank
talk
you.
about that afterwards because I can
Good.
see it, especially because of the theming and Ed, your stuff is really. I mean, again, we talked about your application of color, but I do want, and we did mention the type style, the font style. But is that something proprietary kind of? It looks there's so much consistency there.
Well, that's just my handwriting, how I just write. So I just write them out, the lyrics myself, and just use that. But I just want to say, I do have something at the MoMA.
Do you? What do you got?
They had one of my children's books in the gift shop.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm in the MoMA. I'm
That
in the
counts.
gift shop, but I'm in the MoMA.
That
Nice.
I'm just saying. Congratulations, you made
Oh,
it,
Michael,
man.
I'll see if I could talk to someone. I don't know.
Thank you, Ed.
Vinny, do you know what the MoMA is? I don't have a clue what it is.
Oh,
What
sorry.
is
The
it?
Museum of Modern Art.
Right in New
Oh,
York
wow,
City.
that's what it's called. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I didn't know the
Sorry.
initials.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's you go down the street and they got it like on these banners. It's all over the place over there. So sorry
Oh,
about
The
yeah.
that.
Met is the Metropolitan. The MoMA is the Museum
Yeah.
of Modern Art.
Yeah.
The Frick is the Frick.
Guys, but I'm gonna have,
Times Square is that little piece of property over at 42nd.
You gotta go.
Like Rob has to.
I'm
jump
gonna
out.
leave the party. I'm honored to
Okay.
have been invited for this. This is awesome.
Say hi to the
Thank
guys.
you so
eh?
much,
Rob.
man.
Carmine, thanks for asking me. It's
Cool,
awesome.
dude. Say hi to the guys, all right? Say hi to the guys.
Thanks, Rob.
Anyway,
Ciao.
We will
Have a
see
good
you
night.
in St. Charles, my man. We can't
Let's do
wait
a
to
show.
handle.
Everything.
Yeah.
Let's rock.
Okay.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Bring me back.
Ciao,
You got
Rob.
it, buddy.
We'll talk.
Robb
Rob.
Reiner from Anvil. Thank you, buddy. So, Mike, the good news is I can make a phone call.
Awesome.
Not so good news is I was going to call Ed. So,
Hey, you know what? I'll happily give something to their gift shop if they want it.
yeah, you know what? But I do
Happily.
have I all kidding aside, may be able to do something. So, anyway, we'll do that afterwards. I really want to see your chaplain work, though. I really want to do. Again,
Well,
let's
you know,
get together.
if your guy was just on the website, the chaplain painting is right on there if he keeps scrolling down.
Yeah, I'd love to
If
see
you-
it. I can
if you
look
really
at
want to see
myself,
it.
too. No, I really, really do. Because I've got.
Here it comes.
Oh, yeah, look at
There it
that.
is.
Oh, there it is.
There it is,
Scroll down.
Look at that.
right next
Next
to
to
the
another
Ronnie,
icon.
right next to
Yeah.
the Ronnie Van Zant.
You know, look at that, man. So, like I said, in my chaplain room, I have
That's cool.
some original artwork of renditions of Chaplin. I got to add this to it.
Nice.
Incredible.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
you.
What is that one right here? I have my freaking glasses. What is the one next? Those next two.
Below the chaplain is the carousel in Central Park,
Mm-hmm.
and I just
Oh.
covered it in snow and took the roof off so you could see the sky. And then next to this carousel, oh, there you go. There's a close-up shot. Then next to the carousel,
Yeah, that one.
that is a New York City period piece.
Yeah.
And the guys in the foreground are my three heroes. So Chaplin is the one on the far end with the big laugh.
Yep.
On the other end is Houdini, and
Yep.
in the middle is my dad.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, that's great.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Thank you.
I love that. I have a thing with Disney, with George M. Cohan, Thomas Edison, and my dad. Those are my heroes. So
Nice.
I love that.
We're
too.
on the same wavelength.
Yes, that would look
Yeah.
like a scene. The reason why I'm a huge Boardwalk Empire fan, and
Oh,
that
yeah,
looked
yeah.
like a scene from
Well,
Boardwalk
I
Football.
worked from old Manhattan photos, and the main street that you're seeing in that painting is Wall Street from the late 1800s. And the
Wow.
only thing that's still standing from that photograph is Trinity Church,
Wow.
which
Oh,
is
right.
that you can
You're
see
right
the
there,
church
yeah.
at the back there.
Mhm.
That's the only thing still standing, but that was how Wall Street looked in the late 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Oh,
I just
great,
worked from
too.
a bunch of different photos. Again, the Chaplin family let me use one of their estate photos of Charlie, and it's been really cool having the support from the Chaplin family. They've helped promote my work. Like the Chaplin painting with the blue eyes is on the family's official website, and you can buy it through the family's shopping scenario.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that a Una situation at one point?
Una had already passed away, but
Oh.
all of her children now run the family estate, and it was through that scenario that this happened. Now there is a cool story, since you have it up here.
Yes.
The eyes on this painting are vivid photorealism, and they're blue.
Uh-huh.
And I did that because not a lot of people know that Chaplin had blue eyes. And one of Chaplin's daughters told me what color blue to use for the eyes, so it's very true to life.
That's just incredible. I mean, really, huge fan too. I don't want to elaborate that anymore on it, but I'm a huge fan on it. Just love it. So congratulations on that.
Thank
Ed,
you.
what do you got coming up, Ed?
Well, I have the show with Carmine coming up this weekend, right?
So is it just
The virtual.
just a show with you guys? Just your two?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
the Drum City stuff that we've done. We're going to be doing we were planning on doing a show in the gallery, but since what's going on, I haven't done any gallery shows since last March. I mean, I came back from Germany, was my last show, and everything's been shut down since. And we were planning on doing, a show in the gallery, but since we can't right now, we decided to do a virtual show to show some of the stuff we're doing right now, and then
we're going to film it tomorrow. Film it tomorrow, and you can see the show on that website that's below us. And
Yeah,
we got
really
because we have a lot of stuff like and like you talk about inspiration. When Ed gave me a little pad, told me to draw things, so I started thinking about what things would be cool, as drum art, So I did like Stonehenge, made of the Stonehenge is made of with drums, like that Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then the moon landing, we did the moon landing, which was like, the pod was made of a drum, and then the symbol.
I have here.
Oh yeah, there's the moon landing. Pretty funny. But it
Look
looks
at
like
that.
kitty art. But show it again. Show it again. You got your big screen on there. There you go.
There you go.
So it's really funny. And it's kitty art, but it really when Ed puts the colors on it, it makes it really really cool.
Yeah, colors are unreal.
No, it really is. And you know what? I think, Carmine, I got to congratulate you for bringing this concept to our show. We've been doing this now for, I think it's our 32nd week of doing this.
Right.
And we've had, as you said, we had Nugent on, we had so many just great musicians, and it's been really, really cool, obviously. But Carmine thought to bring this concept, and I got to tell you, Carmine, at first I'm thinking, well, you could tell, I'm a fan of all this stuff too, but how is it going to transcend into a show like the basis that we've created over these 31 weeks? And I got to say, this has been wonderful. I mean, I'm giddy, as giddy as I am with the musician part of it. The artwork, Doug, I'm really excited about it. So
well, we can do a volume 2 with some of the other guys that paint. And another idea was like to do like the rockers and the bios, the autobiographies.
No, I just
so many have that.
Another one with Eddie and Mike. I just like these guys. I like these guys.
Yeah,
anyway, Ed, congratulations. Best of luck with you and my big brother Carmine on the show.
Yeah,
I'm going to be watching it myself. And Michele, it's so nice to meet you like this.
Yeah.
And
Grazie mille.
We'll stay in touch. Okay.
And
All right,
Vinny,
everybody.
don't forget to scan that and send it to Ed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Send me his email address.
Okay.
I don't have your.
But you know what?
I don't think I have it.
I'm expecting a Christmas present in the mail, Mr. Appice, and I want that autographed. To me,
I'm gonna
that's
send
the
you
way.
an iron so you can iron on all these things on your.
You notice
face.
he
And with
said.
that,
Hey,
you
why don't
notice-
you hang
notice
them
he
all
said
up behind
Appice.
you?
You notice he said Appice.
Yeah, he better.
I know. Hey, you guys have a happy holiday season. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Everybody,
And we'll be
please-
back. We're taking the break. We'll be back January 7th with I think we got the Nelson guys, the Nelson
Nelsons.
twins, and 2 guys from Chesler as well.
It's going to be a great one. Have a great holiday. Everybody, Artists on Lockdown, hanging and banging every Thursday. Heidi, where you been? Hiding?
Heidi.
Ho.
All right. Hey, man, have a good holiday season, everybody. You too,
All
Mike.
right.
And
Thanks, guys.
AC.
cheers.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Everybody, make sure you like us, you share us.
Paul.
You skip every week. Now Vinny wakes up. What the heck? Who nudged him? What the
Hey,
hell?
Vinny, I'm gonna call you. I gotta tell you about the computer.
Oh no.
No,
Bye,
it's okay.
guys. Happy
Good.
holidays, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao, Michele. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.